With up to 20.
The Interdominion history, having staged the second ever carnival way back in 1937. In the early days, the venue was the Wayville Showgrounds. The notoriously tight track claimed many victims, but also saw some greats, including legendary New Zealander Cardigan Bay.
And Cardigan Bay, the leader from Waitaki, Hanover on the inside. And Cardigan Bay won the money. Cardigan Bay has won the money from Dusty Miller, who flew home on the outside.
The last time the big event came to South Australia was in 1984, and it was fitting that Victorian iron horse Gamelite should mark the occasion by producing an effort that had been done only 3 times previous and never since. With Bruce Clark driving, he won his second consecutive Inter.
Gamelite has kicked away. Thorlo Bell closing fast. Gamelite in front with 50 to go. It's Gamma. Gamelite wins by 3 metres to Thorlo Bell.
Now the best horses from around Australia and New Zealand have converged again on Adelaide, chasing almost $750,000 in prize money. Night 1 in First Blood to New South Wales. Thor 8 was a heavily backed favourite. He was expected to lead and win well. He did just that.
At the bell, they come down to the judges' box, and it's Thor 8 the leader, going to the 800-metre mark and travelling easily. Thor 8 from New South Wales, and representing Tasmania, Brian Hancock, the driver from New South Wales. It leads by a length from Butcher's Mate on the outside and a half a length on the inside to Screaming Eagle. Earth Station's had a lovely run, hooking out 3 wide, Rolliella, but Earth Station's trying to come out from underneath it, back on the inside to Rockley Victory. They were followed further back by Gaelic Skipper, and the next one, Our Maestro, followed by Bowl Sharvin, and the last one still Riverly Jack. 500 metres left to run, and Thor 8 has been joined by Butcher's Mate, but Thor 8 is battling on strongly on the inside and beats off Butcher's Mate. Rolliella's coming 4 wide round Earth Station, and they were followed by Screaming Eagle on the rail. In a pocket back behind them, Rockley Victory, and they were followed by Gaelic Skipper. Around the home turn with 200 metres left to go, and Thor 8's given them the go-by. It slipped away by 2.5 lengths. Thor 8 looks to have it won. Screaming Eagle battling on the inside. Rolliella wide out and coming home quickly is Rockley Victory on the outside. He's storming home, but Thor 8's too good. Thor 8 wins by a length and a half. Rockley Victory.
Having won the Interdominion with Koala King in 1980, experienced Sydney trainer driver Brian Hancock knows there's still a long way to go in this series.
From now on, I'm going to draw the second line. I'm going to have to have a fair bit of luck. So, but it's longer races, and he'll be there. He'll be there. He's going to win the series good. And I thought there's a little bit sort of wanted to run tonight too, which is good. He's only a horse that races good fresh, but I felt that tonight he sort of felt that little bit as improvement in him, you know. So he's hoping.
The second heat was the most even, and punters had a hard time finding the favourite. 6 of the 10 runners started at 9-1 or better. Victorian Rufus Youngblood carried many hopes, starting the Public Elect at 22-10, but after blowing the start, was never in contention.
They race in for the bell now with about 900 metres left to go, and it's Whirly Dream giving a bold exhibition in front. He ran the first quarter of the last mile in 30.5, so the pace is on, and it's Whirly Dream, the leader, past the 800 by 3/4 of a length. Whitby Time has gone up into second spot. Back on the inside, Kylie's Hero can't get a clear run at the moment. The Cornishman is 3 wide up around National Image. Back on the fence, Empire Fella. We own a Chief out 3 wide. All the Dreams off the fence in the centre, but still in the pocket. And Rufus Youngblood is second last, 3 wide, and the last one, Elmita Boy. Down the back now with 500 metres left to go, and it's Whirly Dream defying them at the moment. Whitby Timer's a half length back in second position. Kylie's Hero is waiting for a run down on the inside, and here comes We Own a Chief 4 wide, right round the outside. It's gone up around the Cornishman. All the Dreams into the clear. He's starting to put in the big strides now. 250 metres left to go, and Whitby Timer has dashed to the front. The Western Australian 4-year-old has got about 2 lengths in front of We Own a Chief, the danger. And they were followed back on the inside, coming home strongly down on the inside. National Image, and wider out is All a Dream, but Whitby Timer's the leader, and he's holding them at bay, and Whitby Timer wins by just over a length. Second place to We Own a Chief.
Reports during the week suggested Whitby Timer hadn't settled in well in Adelaide, and trainer-driver Rod Chambers warned his other rivals there was still some improvement in his 4-year-old.
He's done an excellent job. He's run sectional. I believe he equalled a course record or something here. And we haven't knocked him around, so we can look forward to better things.
Grand final favourite Westburn Grant stepped out in the third and final heat of the evening. He went out an odds-on favourite, but didn't have a lot of luck.
Whitby Heritage is trotting in 4th position as they come to the judges' box. Trunky Stingers next on the inside, then another Bart. They were followed by Bronski Beat on the rail. Westburn Grant is racing on the outside of Quite Famous, and a length and a half further back, Reba Lord. Over towards the back straight they go, 700 metres to run, and it's Jane Ellen by 3/4 of a length. Oh, one broke up. Kyella Fling disorganised the field. Westburn Grant had to swing very wide. Trunky Stingers dropped back to a long last. Down the back they're spread out, and it's Jane Ellen the leader, and Knight's gone for the doctor. Leads by a length and a half. Victory's Phil looks at winner Jane Ellen. About 3 lengths Whitby Heritage, which got a check in that scrimmage, and a length and a half further back behind him. Bronski beaten, over followed 3 lengths away by another Bart, and Westburn Grant is winding up, but he's about 25 metres from the leader. 250 left to go, and Jane Ellen has treated the opposition. It's 4 lengths in front from Victory's Phil. Around the outside, Whitby Heritage coming home solidly, then Westburn Grant wide out, and they were followed by Bronski Beat. Halfway down the straight, the whip's out on Jane Ellen. She's shortening stride, but she will win it clearly, and Jane Ellen wins by 2.5 lengths. Westburn Grant got up to run second.
Jane Ellen's victory is even more impressive when you consider she's lucky to be racing at all.
She got caught up in the fence when she was a baby, and she's very lucky. The owners were near going to put her down, but they persevered with her and excuse me, got her to the races.
She might win an Interdominion.
Oh, well, Jodie's Babe won it last year, and I think this mare's as good as her, so maybe you're right.
So a big rap from Vinnie Knight, and Jane Ellen is equal points leader after the opening night, along with Thor 8 and West Aussie Whitby Timer, which ran the fastest time of the evening. Rockley Victory also well placed, along with the 2 Sydney siders, Weona Chief and Westburn Grant. The second night of heats will be held on Wednesday night. John Casey reporting for Sports World.
And we'll be keeping you up to date with the Interdominion throughout Sports World, and a little later in the program, more racing, the big races from Sandown and Morfettville.